Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 11 of the League Expansion Series videos featuring the Baltimore Panthers. Man, before we start this video, I just want to thank y'all for watching so far. If you're enjoying the series, please like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help me out in the YouTube algorithm space and all that. Anyways, last episode we concluded the 2025-26 NBA season, and we finished with a record of 39-43. This puts us at the 9th seed, right behind the Atlanta Hawks and the Charlotte Hornets. This is what the Eastern Conference standings look like, and the Orlando Magic are right behind us at the 10th seed. A lot of surprises here. No Boston Celtics, no Milwaukee Bucks, no Philadelphia 76ers. That surprised me because all of those teams had their star players healthy for at least 70 plus games. 2K Sim Engine absolutely sucks, and I wish I could do something to fix it. If you have a solution in the comment section below, please comment the solution. I need it because why are good teams bad in 2K? Especially the Boston Celtics. They had Drew Holiday, they had Derek White, they had Jaylen Brown, they had Jason Tatum, they had Kristaps Porzingis. Hell, they even had most of their bench players. That is totally unacceptable from 2K to make such good teams so bad in 2K. This is what the Western Conference is looking like. The Dallas Mavericks with the first seed with 61 wins and 21 losses. OKC, San Antonio, Minnesota, Denver, Sacramento get playoff spots, while New Orleans, Rockets, Warriors, and the Los Angeles Clippers will have to fight their way in through the play-in tournament. This is what the rest of the East is looking like. The Seattle Supersonics had the second worst record in the league with 24 wins and 58 losses, and the Utah Jazz had the worst with 22 wins and 60 losses. The Dallas Mavericks had the best win record in the NBA, and the Utah Jazz with the worst. We were 20th in the league with 39 wins and 43 losses. We were actually tied with the Memphis Grizzlies and Portland Trailblazers. Despite improving our record so much from last year, we still had one of the worst offenses in the league with only 104 points per game. The Seattle Supersonics were the only team behind us with 99.6 points per game. The best offense in the league were the Oklahoma City Thunder with 120 points per game. This were some of the best defenses in the league. The San Antonio Spurs first with 102.6 points per game, and we were actually top 6 in this category with 106.1. The worst defense in the league were the Philadelphia 76ers, who allowed 119.2 points per game. This is the best team with the most differential, the Dallas Mavericks with 9.2, tied with the San Antonio Spurs, who also had 9.2. Some of the worst differentials were the Utah Jazz, Sonics, and Wizards, and we were actually bottom 10 in this category, which is not a good thing, but -2 for a playing team is not terrible. Nothing else really stood out from team stats, so let's take a look at player stats from our team. Alfred Sengun was easily the best player on our team, leading us in points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, steals per game, and blocks as well. Sengun had a down year with percentages this year, but that could be as a result of having more responsibilities on both offense and defense. Overall, he averaged 18 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 5 assists, and 2 stocks per game. Our second best player was Jaden Hardy, who unfortunately sustained an injury that will keep him out for the play-in tournament and potentially round 1 as well. He averaged 15 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 4 assists, and 0.7 steals per game. His efficiency also increased, shooting 45% from the field, 37% from 3, and 73% from the free throw line, which are all increases from last year besides the field goal percentage. He was also a candidate for Most Improved Player of the Year. The next player that I want to take a look at is our rookie, the third overall pick, Steve Forbes, who averaged 12 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a stock and a half per game. His overall stats for a rookie weren't terrible, although his efficiency could use some work. A player that Steve Forbes was very similar to this season was Derek White from the 2020-21 NBA season with the San Antonio Spurs, though Forbes' efficiency was slightly lower. Is still a very amazing player to be compared to as a rookie, and hopefully he can continue his growth and improve his efficiency as a player. The next player I want to take a look at is Aaron Wiggins, who averaged 11 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 1.5 stocks per game, while also shooting 44% from the field and 40% from three. Topic only ended up playing 3 games for the Oklahoma City Thunder last year, missing most of the season due to an ACL injury. Now he playing for us, and he averaged 9.5 points per game, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 stock per game. His overall efficiency wasn't terrible, although his three does need work. Free throw percentage is elite at 93%, one of the best in the league. Paul Reed had his minutes reduced due to being a backup player now. He's coming off a year where he put up 8 points, 5 rebounds, less than half an assist per game, but the stock numbers are pretty solid at 1.2. He improved his field goal and 3-point percentage, which is not a bad sign at all. He is only 26 years old and is a 77 overall, definitely a very decent backup player for years to come. The player that I'm very intrigued to see next year is Pacome Daddier, who put up 4 points per game, a rebound and a half per game, an assist per game. The steals and blocks were pretty low compared to last year, but that is also a result of him playing lower minutes to start the season off. The one thing that did improve a lot was the efficiency, which rose to 44% from the field, 39% from three, and 73% from the free throw line. This is what the rebound leaders of the team is looking like. Alfred Sengun on top with 9.6 rebounds per game, Steven Adams right behind with 7, and Paul Reed with 5 per game. These were our assist leaders, Sengun on top with 5, Hardy with 4.2, and Nikola Topic with 4 per game. These are our steals leaders, Alfred Sengun with 1.1, Forbes with 1, Wiggins with 1, Thibault, Dunn, and Topic, Hardy not too far behind. Our blocks leader was Alfred Sengun, and Steven Adams right behind him, and no one else really that close. Aaron Wiggins was our best 3-point shooter last year, 4.5 attempts per game, 40% of his 3-pointers were made. These were the players that were on top of the plus-minus rating. Thibault, Hardy, Reed, and Nelson were positive players, while the rest of the team was in the negative. These were some of the most efficient players on the team with true shooting percentage, 62% for Matisse Thybulle. Al Horford was very decent. Paul Reed, very decent. Hardy, Wiggins, Sengun, Daddier, Terrence Shannon Jr. turned his season around. Very solid end to the season for him. In the first round of the play-in tournaments, we're going to be facing off against the Orlando Magic. The Magic currently had the starting lineup of Suggs, Caldwell Pope, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. The first play-in tournament game was in between the Houston Rockets and New Orleans Pelicans, and the Rockets get the victory 108-105. Reed Sheppard with 19-4-5 to lead the Rockets to the win. This is what the Pelicans scoring is looking like. DeJounte Murray and Brandon Ingram with 20 plus each, and Williamson 4 for 10 from the field, 14 points. The next game was in between the Golden State Warriors and Los Angeles Clippers. Kawhi Leonard with 17, who led the team in scoring, unfortunately not close to enough to win. The Golden State Warriors will have a chance against the New Orleans Pelicans for a playoff spot. On the other side of the conference is the Hawks, who got the win over the Charlotte Hornets. And if we win in the round 1 against the Orlando Magic, we'll go up against the Charlotte Hornets for a chance at the 8th seed. Trae Young with 37 points and 6 assists, and former Panther Marvin Bagley III with 19 points and 5 rebounds off the bench. It is time to face against the Orlando Magic, and hopefully we can emerge victorious and go up against the Charlotte Hornets for the chance at the 8th seed. By the second quarter, it was a tie game, 26-26, and there's a strong performance from Sengun and Davion Mitchell. To end the second half, it was fairly a close game, only 3 points, but we did go on a third quarter run and eventually blew them out of this game in the fourth quarter. Around the 3-minute mark of this game, I decided to bring in some of the bench players of this team and rest the starters for the next game. Ultimately, though, it was none other than Alfred Sengun who led us to this win with 30-point double-double and 3 assists and 4 stocks. Wiggins had a very solid game, and Topic has a double-double as well with 14 points and 10 assists. This is the last playing game of the Western Conference. The Golden State Warriors secure a 11-point lead over the New Orleans Pelicans to secure the 8th seed. Despite a strong performance from Zion Williamson, 30 points, and very solid all-around stats, it was unfortunately not enough to get the win. This is what the Warriors stats look like. Naz Reid with 21 points in just 21 minutes, 17 points for Jonathan Kuminga, and Steph Curry with only a 15-point performance, although he did add 6 rebounds and 6 assists to this game. All right, this game between us and the Charlotte Hornets will determine who gets the 8th seed. And to start the first quarter, we have a 27-22 lead. We continue to go back and forth, and it was a very fairly close game by the third quarter. They slowly went on a third quarter run, and in the fourth quarter, they secured a solid 7-point lead. Though we tried to fight back, unfortunately, that did not go in our favor as we lost this game 114 to 109. Despite the loss, I love what I saw from Nikola Topic, 27 points, 3 rebounds, and 10 assists in just 31 minutes. Alfred Sengun only played 28 minutes for this game, and he scored 26, 12, and 4. Forwards with 16, 4, and 6, Wiggins with 16, 4, and 2, and Davion Mitchell with 11, 5, and 2. The biggest struggle of this game was Al Horford, who didn't even score any points on 6 shot attempts. This means that we unfortunately missed out on the playoffs, but I still see this as a very successful season as we made a play-in push and massively improved from year one. There's no massive upsets from the Eastern Conference, although the 7th seed Houston Rockets eliminate the OKC Thunder in the West. This is what the scoring distribution looked like for the first round of the playoffs. Luka Doncic with a monster 41-point triple-double to lead his Dallas Mavericks past the Golden State Warriors in round one. Round two sees the Houston Rockets get past the third seed San Antonio Spurs in the Texas Showdown to go to another Texas Showdown in the Western Conference Finals. The Dallas Mavericks beat the Denver Nuggets. In the Eastern Conference, the Chicago Bulls pushed Indiana to Game 7, unfortunately losing. And the New York Knicks managed to sweep the Cleveland Cavaliers to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals for a rematch from real life. Jalen Brunson absolutely carrying his New York Knicks past every competition so far. Despite being down home court advantage, he is still dominating the game with 34 points and 5 assists per game. The conference finals are over. The Dallas Mavericks eliminate the Houston Rockets in the Texas Showdown 4-0 sweep, and the Indiana Pacers beat the New York Knicks once again to go to the finals. Luka Doncic's Western Conference Finals MVP, putting up 39 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 10.5 assists per game, with 2.8 steals and 1 block per game on very efficient shooting from the field, 3, and free throw. Tyrese Halliburton is Eastern Conference Finals MVP as he puts up 22.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game, 14 assists per game, almost 2 steals. Although he did it on pretty mediocre efficiency, he's still Eastern Conference Finals MVP. The Dallas Mavericks have won the 2026 NBA Championship, their second in franchise history, eliminating the Indiana Pacers in a series of 5 games. Though Luka Doncic's efficiency dropped from series before, he still put up a 28-point triple-double, leading his Dallas Mavericks to their second championship in franchise history. This is what the scoring distribution looked like for the finals. Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving on top of the scoring, both Mavericks. There is no Tyrese Halliburton here, and that's because he got injured. I would like to thank you for watching this video. I know it's been a while since episode 10, and appreciate you for watching this video. If you liked watching this, please like, comment, and subscribe as it really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm thing. I appreciate you watching. Episode 12 will be out shortly, I hope. I've just been so busy with school and work and other things, holidays. It's really unexcusable, though. I truly do appreciate you. Peace.